Well, here you going, everyone. Josh the Collector Guy. Hope you all had an awesome week this week, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're able to find some awesome cars for your collections. Hope you had an awesome week. Well, this is my lot of finds this week, ladies and gentlemen. Got some pretty awesome things to share with you all. No Redlines this week, unfortunately. Haven't got any, I don't think, stored away needing to be shown, but some are on their way, I assure you that. But still got some awesome vintage stuff nevertheless from the 80s and the good old 90s as well. As you can see, a variety of, well, got some watches there, some micro color races, and even some old assorted hot ones just here I shall get to very soon. They're pretty much all off eBay. Some awesome flea market finds from today. Was lucky enough to find some pretty awesome things at the flea market. I shall get to them just in a second though, but first up, we'll start off with these two guys just here I found at a collector's shop yesterday. Thought I'd trek out to this little collector's shop I know about. It's not too bad. He usually seems to have comics most of the time, but was lucky enough this time to actually find some diecast there. As you can see, an old Hong Kong Evil Weevil. That's one of the reasons why I picked this one up, because it still was made in Hong Kong. I think they started to phase the Hong Kongs out roughly around this point in time, roughly around the late 80s. That one's really cool. I like the old fantasy cars. I like them a lot better than the ones they make today, I assure you that. That one's a pretty cool one. And got one of these old flippers. Remember these from when I was a kid? Do have a couple from when I was a kid, and also have tracked some down as well at swap meets and, what do you know, at collector stores as well. These are pretty cool, I reckon. Pretty ingenious idea. You got a police car there, and just a normal car just there as well. I reckon they're pretty cool. You don't see too many of them that often anymore, in my opinion. I've seen a couple on eBay, and the way the card was, you could invert it either way, so you could see each side of the car, which I think was a pretty cool idea. So I was happy to get another one of them. They're a pretty cool little car. So I'll have to find all my other ones in the collection and keep them all together, I reckon. Moving on now to the flea market finds. Dad and I went to 2 flea markets today. I didn't find anything at the first one, but managed to score this lot here at the second flea market. As always, we have a lot of fun tracking down the old die-casts at the flea markets. We'll start off with the loose ones first. Haven't bought matchboxes for a very long time. I've kind of made the decision to actually just buy Hot Wheels from now on, really. But if there is a Matchbox or Tomica what does catch my eye, I certainly will buy it, but I won't go overboard with the Matchboxes and the Tomicas anymore, I don't think. But we'll see what happens. That's just what my collecting phase is like at the moment. But I love these Chevy stockers. I always pick up different ones when I can. Didn't have the 7-Up one. She looks pretty tough indeed. I love the old Chevy stock cars just here. Really, really love them. And I believe this one came with the 7-Up truck. It came with a hauler and I think the Chevy van as well. So that's a pretty cool set. And 7-Up's not bad either, I think. I think I've tried that before. Really cool. I think, yeah, they got to do a Dr. Pepper, I think, old 7-Up. And I do like my Dr. Pepper, I assure you that. Really love these Chevy stock cars. She looks very tough indeed. An old Cali Custom here, the old Pontiac. Forgot what this one's called. It's actually on my shelf up there. I think it's the Banshee. Gee, I had to think about that, didn't I? That one's pretty cool. Not sure if I got this one, but if I don't, I certainly do now. Pretty cool concept car. It might have been made for Demolition Man as well. I could be wrong. So very happy with them. They were pretty cheap. Got some old 90s stuff here, an old blue card, which happens to be an international release of the BMW 850i. That one's a pretty cool looking one. As you can see on the back here, it's got the old, as far as I know, the international card variation, because they didn't seem to come out with the numbers as well. Might also be a Canadian release card as well. If that makes any sense what I'm saying, everyone. Really like the lineup there of all the cars. That mighty bulldozer, the old tank there. Really nice. And the old classic caddy as well. I love these old classic caddies. Such a beautiful car. Got it on the half blue card, I like to call it. Number 44 and on the back. Mighty Flash Cider and Bywayman. Love that recycling truck as well. So I was pretty happy with these. I love finding my 90s stuff. That's what I've kind of been looking for at the moment. I do adore my Redlines, but it is a cheaper option buying the blue cards and that, but I always still look for my Redlines and that. Of course, I'll buy one what I need for the collection, but at the moment, I'm pretty much sticking to the blue cards, but I do look for my Redlines still, as I just said. And I reckon the find of the week from the flea market had to be this little Volkswagen bug just here. Now that is pretty cool. I've rarely see the Hot Wheels done up in this sort of, it's sort of like how the Matchboxes were done in the 90s, I think, as far as I'm concerned. Well, over here in Australia they were done like that, and I'm getting to that part, and underneath it doesn't have any other country besides Australia's sort of address for Mattel, so I would say it's an Australia only release in these type of boxes. I do have two, I think one or two others in the collection. Actually, I think I've only got one. It's a Chevy Stocker. I have seen a Ferrari though before, and I have seen some others, but there's not many. Well, I don't think there'd be too many of these around. And we'll see the back. If there's anything on the back. It's got the old Rainbow Highway there, I think that's called, or the Rainbow Road or something. I think that's its nickname on the old 80s cards, or box in this case. So I think that's pretty awesome. A pretty unique way of Hot Wheels marketing their cars over here in Australia, and something inside me makes me think it might be from a gas station. Excuse me. I would say, I could be wrong, but I'll probably find out about that in the future anyway. I reckon that's pretty cool. Like the old little bugs as well. They're a great little casting. So very happy with that. That was a pretty awesome. Well, all the scores were good from the flea market this week. I'm always glad to find something, but if I don't, I guess that's just the way it is sometimes. Can't expect to find everything. Well, can't expect to find things all the time when you go to the flea markets or swap meets. And moving on now to the stuff off eBay. Got these old Hot Wheels watches here. Haven't seen too many, if not hardly. Well, I don't really look for the watches, but came across them and I thought, that's pretty cool. It's from the 90s. It's got the California Custom written on it as well, and it was pretty much, excuse me, from when I was a kid. We'll have a look at this one here. Both the cars, as far as I know, are Mustangs. Everyone's going, are you crazy buying the Mustangs? But there is Chevys in it, I assure you that. The old Z28 just there, the old Corvette. But I'm happy with these anyway. I got them for a pretty decent price. Have a look at the date down there. So it would have been 91 at least. So this is the year before I was born as well. So I reckon that's pretty cool. Love the old blue card, you could say, and the artwork on it looks really nice, and a green Mustang just here as well. So they're both different, which is good. I love my variations, as everyone probably hears me jabber on about all the time. Really awesome, those ones. And the old micro color races. I do love the old micro races and micro color races as well. Always pick them up when I can, or always pick them up when I'm lucky enough to find them, because they don't seem to be all that common. And well, there's a 4-pack here of them. It's got the old 3-window 34, the Ford delivery, I think that one is, the split 63 split window, and the mighty 57 Chevy. Two of the reasons why I wanted it. They're all awesome cars anyway. I like how they're the miniature size. The details are pretty much exactly the same to the 1/64th cousins. We'll have a look on the back as well. At all the cars in the range, the old 4x4 ones. A great variety of cars, no matter what cars you like or whatever. I'm sure there's something for everyone. And have a look on the back of this one, because there is a variation between the two, as you can see how it's sort of set out. So I was pretty happy with that, and they've also missed out on a couple of the variety of cars in the series as well, to obviously fit in some stuff, or fit in the writing and that, or reposition all the writing as well. And that is from the very late 80s as well. Love that. Really awesome. And I was glad to know they were both card variations, because I thought I'll end up with two the same, but very happy to see that was a card variation. Very happy indeed. So they were pretty good scores. Haven't seen too many, but do have a few of the micro color races and even the micro races in the collection as well. They're very cool. I highly recommend you all trying to track them down if you love vintage Hot Wheels, because they're awesome to have in the collection. And last but not least, this bunch just here, and what a good bunch it is indeed. Got some old Hot Ones, love these the old card variations and that, but we'll start off with the old 80s Firebird first. That one's really awesome. Didn't have this one carded at all. I think I might have had it on the later card, but with the black walls. That one's really awesome indeed. New paint style, even though it's just flat black. I think that's funny seeing that on the old cards, but it's still cool nevertheless. The old Mustang on the back there. Pretty good condition as well, besides someone putting pinholes in it for some reason. But anyway, obviously to hang it up on the wall. I do have this one already, the Mighty 55 Chevy, but off the seller I bought it off, they kind of stuck it back onto the card, so glad I've never dealt with that seller again. I don't think they're on eBay at all either, so it's a win-win. Don't like these bad sellers on eBay, always hear of the horror stories. But this one, she's mint on card, which is awesome to see. The holes punched through there, and for some reason the offer is void on the back. Guess there's a cool story behind that one. Oh, 55 Chevy Fever. I got Chevy Fever all the time. That one's really awesome. Love the old 55 Chevys. It's a shame that casting ain't made anymore either, which is quite sad. And probably my favourite of the bunch has to be one of my new favourite cars to hunt down, the old Corvette Stingray. I believe she's a 75 Corvette. What a tough Corvette indeed. Absolutely beautiful car. And on the very early, and I think actual first release Hot Ones card as well. So I'm pretty happy with that. With the old Porsche tracking down the old Ford Fairmont just there. Love that card art. Have a look on the back. The old crane truck. That one's pretty hard for me to find anyway. An old 96 Hot Wheels vehicles. Obviously there was a printing error and they had to put a sticker over the top. So that's pretty awesome indeed. More welcome additions to the ever-growing collection, and half of them are Chevys as well, or General Motors vehicles. Really awesome indeed. Love that Corvette. Well, that leads us to the end of the video this week, ladies and gentlemen. Really hope you did enjoy. Thank you to everyone who tunes in each and every week to watch the video. Like, comment and subscribe to my channel. I really do appreciate it. Thank you to you all. Really do appreciate your support and all the kind comments and whatever. I really do appreciate it. Thank you very much. Well, that's it for this week, ladies and gentlemen. Really hope you did enjoy. And remember, as always, everyone, happy hunting. Keep the hobby strong. See you later, everyone. Have an awesome week.